So, I was wrong. The next character I put is ZSS, Zero Suit Samus. She's a great character. Definitely like a really good character. Very fast paced. If you like characters like that, I definitely like recommend playing her. She's good. I underrated this character heavily in my tier list video that I made months back. I stated that Zero Suit Samus was probably a high tier character, but I didn't really say much about her besides that. Before we start the video, press F for Riptide Project Plus. I was blatantly wrong about Zero Suit Samus. In fact, I could go back and if I had to switch my placement on the tier list, I would probably switch the place I put Peach and Zero Suit Samus and basically switch their spots. That goes without saying, I underrated this character. This mostly has to do with my lack of knowledge of not really playing against a lot of Zero Suit Samuses. Despite her being a pretty uncommon character in some regions, people still rate her pretty highly. Here's the thing about Zero Suit Samus, she isn't broken. This isn't me just saying like, oh, the character's really busted and blah blah blah. She's a very underrated character. Or at least for me, 8 months ago. Just recently, Malachi has shown that he can pretty much win with whatever character he wants, being the first person to win a major tournament with Bowser.
Bowser wins a Project Plus National, baby!
And let alone being someone who also is known for playing Peach and Sheik as well. He's been known for juggling around with other characters, like more recently playing Zero Suit Samus as a new main that he has been experimenting with in tournaments. He's actually won a lot of online tournaments with Zero Suit Samus, showing that he's capable to play the character and even win with Zero Suit Samus, showing that she can win a tournament. Now, the video is called The Rise of ZSS. Where is the rise exactly? What exactly makes this character good?
You know, if you are a PM player, like just to give you a little bit of the history, it's like very interesting to have watched ZSS's evolution over the years, because 3.6 she was definitely strong, but like there was a lot of other busted characters and everyone else got nerfed. She's now considered like a top 4 character. Power, the bringing down of power.
Yeah, that has happened quite a few times throughout the history of PM. Like there are these characters that are really strong at the top, and then they get nerfed, and all of a sudden you have these other characters that were really strong, but nobody was playing them as much because the other characters were just very strong as well.
Now, what does that mean? Well, while other characters are getting nerfed and other characters are getting buffed, Zero Suit Samus has mainly stayed in a consistent spot throughout the Project M and Project Plus meta. This isn't saying that she's the most common character, you're just going to walk into every tournament facing a ZSS, no. But she is starting to show a lot of her strengths that maybe were seen as underrated in the past. I think it's important to state how good Zero Suit Samus's recovery is. This is one of the 2 main factors where I think just kind of makes her such a good character, is she has a lot of good recovery options, and she has really great aerial drift. One of her recovery options being her up special, which is a tether recovery. Not a lot of players, especially new players, know how to contend with tether recoveries. Some people think they're kind of weird and maybe broken, but they're not really. You just have to know how to beat them. Zero Suit Samus has another tether recovery being her side B as well, if you sweet spot the ledge with it. And finally, she has access to a down B called a flip jump. This allows her to have another option recovering off stage. It's actually really good because when someone throws out this move, she can do a multitude of options out of it. So you kind of have to see what she's gonna do and read her patterns and stuff like that. It's a really good option. And finally, combining all these positives with probably her biggest positive being her aerial drift. Now, ZSS has a crazy amount of aerial drift. For those who don't know what aerial drift is, it's one of the key reasons why a character like Jigglypuff is so good in Super Smash Bros. Melee. It allows characters to sort of drift in the air more easily if they have a high amount of it. But a character with a high amount of aerial drift can do certain things more effectively than other characters. This can aid in their recovery, their combo game off stage. That makes them kind of more floaty as a result. Again, look at like Jigglypuff in Melee. But it's one of the little icing on the cake for Zero Suit Samus that just really adds to her moveset. And also, before I forget, one more recovery thing that she has is she can also wall jump, which is another great way of just coming back on stage. On stages like Green Hill Zone or Wario Land. Her recovery options are really, really good, and it kind of helps her because she's really light. She has a really good recovery, it offsets that. It's weird, it's kind of interesting. She has similarities to Captain Falcon and Sheik. Put them in a blender and you get Zero Suit Samus. Her initial dash speed is very similar to Sheik and Diddy Kong. but she moves much faster at full speed. So she's a really fast character, and she has a lot of aerial mobility. So that means she can like go across the stage as quick as possible and just like hit people. Her aerials are also very fast, pretty safe as well. They're very strong and they're powerful when they connect, and they can also be very dangerous. She has one of the fastest jabs in the game, believe it or not, and her up air is also incredibly strong at breaking combos. She can also duck under characters' moves, which is like, how? She has a very strong projectile, being her paralyzer. Her paralyzer can freeze opponents in place, and then she can confirm off of that, making the projectile a very strong tool. And of course, she does have some weaknesses, like for example, she's pretty lightweight, which means she could be KO'd kind of easily, and she has a very tall character model, so sometimes she might have trouble with characters that are relatively smaller than her that can duck under her attacks. Think of like Kirby or Squirtle. Zero Suit Samus has a similar fall speed to Sheik. Due to her overall aerial drift, she can kind of be comboed pretty easily and juggled by a lot of opponents. But again, like it's kind of weird, like she can be juggled, but she has a lot of tools to kind of get out of being juggled. It's a weird push-pull of the character for sure. So the thing about Zero Suit Samus is she's an example of a character that has avoided a lot of nerfs and now is sort of on the way up, as people like Malachi, for example, are now winning with the character. It might inspire more people to pick her up. Kind of similar to when Malachi won his first tournament with Bowser, more people started to play Bowser. Either way, Zero Suit Samus was always a viable character going back to previous updates in Project M. However, time will tell where she lands on up-and-coming tier lists, because a lot of top players are now starting to see the potential in the character. Alright you guys, thank you guys for watching the video. I just decided I would make a video on Zero Suit Samus because I kind of underrated her in the past, and I kind of see a lot of more people talking about her. She's getting a little bit of buzz in the community, I think a little bit. We might see more of her, we might not. It'll be interesting where things go. Yeah, if you guys liked the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's go for 2K subs. I'm trying to get that. That's my goal by the end of the year, to get 2K subs. So push that like and subscribe. If you guys want to support the channel, there's a Patreon down below. You guys have a good day and peace out.